How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are new as well, get ready to learn the vibes as we are in our round 2 game. We also have some bonus games that are getting recorded at the end of this. It will be a different video. Jesmon versus Royal Knights. And the Jesmon versus a particular Royal Knight will be our next matchup on the channel. Everyone on the brand sleeves. TommyTrix, my teammate. Coming in on the Jesmon on the left, and Saf. Getting these reps in. It feels like I'm seeing more and more gold every time we see him. So more and more of those Royal Knights getting blinged up. The sleeves may change, but the deck stays the same. I don't think we've seen any ratio changes. And to be fair, if they have, realistically, we're probably keeping them to the chest until... regionals is miles away, so who knows. That's up there. That's up to him. I didn't ask for deck lists for either of these two. I'm pretty sure I have as what I consider to be the most current lists. TommyTrix also on the instead of the Dragon Shield clears, now on the Usagi. I think these are the Usagi draws Royal Knights oversleeves, which are very, very cool. You have the Jesmon X. That card, the fact that card evolves for 3 and then for 0. Found out from the Jesmon boys that no, that card does not evolve for 1 like all the other X antibody cards. The power of Christ compels you to evolve for 0, apparently. Speaking of, Jogress into the Chimera. And the Chimera are going to be picking up the Savior. So we do have that board nice and clear. We are swinging and we are still searching. The fact that Chimera can pick up 5s is very, very funny in this deck, because it sometimes just means a free sister. Like, sure, you go -1 sister or sometimes -2 sisters, but then getting to replenish the board with an extra one is pretty funny. I'm going to play the Gallantmon, which is going to get the reduction off itself, and then it's going to raid straight in. Actually, no, not even raid, it is sideways, so just rush straight in. So Gallant with the very, very clean pop, because it's the on-play pop something, swing pop something, and then it clears the board. When you get chipped by Gallantmon, though, it felt like for a brief second you were playing Digimon. Like, Royal Knights is such a, like, every Digimon is a removal spell. But Gallantmon, for a brief second, was a Digimon. And engaged in fair and honest combat. We are pitching, and you can see those sisters all stacked up and ready to come out once again, if we can just go wide. Ganku doesn't give deletion protection against the sisters, which is... I mean, I'm glad, because yike. But it is strange for Black, instead of to give deletion protection, it's giving the bounce protection, which I guess is still quite important. You're going to swing for 3 checks off of the Jesx, and he's only passed 1, which, honestly, pretty solid. No reboot sister, though, so it's just going to swing straight through. In fact, we don't even have blocker. We do have decoy. Alright, we're going to purge, and then Leopardmon is going to bring out Omni. So the gang, it's not ideal, but we have 5 checks, so it's enough to scoop up game 1. Alright, Mulligan set up, and we are ready to rock. Do have Dynasmon for the opener. It's one of the more expensive ones, but honestly, Dynasmon not a bad opener. Getting the Magna and the Dynast picked up, and then sending Marcus and the All-Force to trash. Obviously, it has bounce protection frequently, so I feel like the All-Force doesn't actually do nearly as much as you'd like. Do you have a Huckmon and that Savior Blanc. So set up quite nicely. You're going to play out a blocker to just try and take some chip off the board, because I don't think the Huckmon's going to be sticking around all that long. Ooh. Takes these backsies. What are we doing? We'll go for a Jesmon instead to try and clear. I actually kind of like that. I mean, why play for the block when you can just play for the deletion? And the Jesmon's going to go back, and it means you can always purge it back out if you need it. So I kind of like that as a way of just kind of answering things. The Magnamon's going to be much cheaper next turn anyway. But I don't even know if you need it. With the Savior and Raising... Okay, now we actually see that play. The Magna plus Blanc. Realistically, unless he pushes out and goes into Jesmon to clear, the Magna is going to take the chip off the board unless he has Piercing. We can see the Jessex in play. Going to play the Sister, gain back the memory, and we are going to go for the Jesmon, which does get the clear, but it can only clear one. Which, at the very least, it stops the Magnamon from being able to get absorbed, which takes another turn off of the Royal Knights Uber party. Like, the Clown card doesn't quite get filled up as fast as you want. Obviously, it's not going to stop the chip from going through on the Blanc. Okay, I'm going to play Alphamon. That's pretty reasonable. Skip up the Magna from trash, at least get some value out of him. And he is going to get some extra value next. So this is going to stop the Jesmon X antibody from being able to do... He can't swing. He can't swing. This... Okay. Why... Not entirely sure why he swung there. Because X antibody is too tall. But, I mean, we are going to continue playing it out. Hits the Congo, which obviously stops the rest of the sisters from being able to do too much. And we are kind of past the point of no return. Okay, so we're going to use the Gallantmon to going to pop one. And again, just going to swing into Jess X. Still got 3 bodies on board. Can you purge out Jesmon here? Do you purge out Jesmon here, or do you just play the Magnamon? Okay, we are going to purge... What are we loading? Going to load the Gallantmon, and yeah, it's just going to end up choking to 1. We can pop the purge ourselves. If you raise here, you pop the... You pop Master and Disciple even. Oh, we're going to get swinging hits a Congo again. Ugh. Well, I mean, at least it gets to stay. We're going to go Chimera instead, which is going to shrink something. I think the plan is to, again, answer the Gallant. We've already seen one go under, so he doesn't want a second one. Going to go into the Jessex. Play out a Sister. Please gain back the memory. Okay, we are going to get one at the end of the Evolution Resolution. Reboot CL is going to bin 3. We're going to swing through it, and that's going to be piercing as well. So we do get to get another check, which hits a purge. It's a bit unfortunate. Now I'm going to Master and Disciple. Keep it nice and simple. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like... And there's not even really anything you can crack the purge for. It's just unfortunate there are 2 purges. So you probably purge Dynasmon and then you purge Gallant? Or do you purge Dynasmon and then play something? Like, obviously the Dynasmon, like, is just the obvious choice. Clears so many bodies and then Gallantmon just swings in, blows up the next. And because you've done it in that order, the decoy can't protect it either. Ugh. Oh, and there's our extra check. Dynasmon again passes turn. And just passes the 1. The problem is, like, Jesmon is another deck that actually struggles with memory management in the same way that Royal Knights do. And it looks like we're down a Huckmon, which might be enough. 3 bodies went back to board there. And we play the Magna, we play the Omeka. When Magna gets sucked up, Omeka swings. If it dies, then we get the extra source, and then we should be able to do what we need to. We are very low on cards in hand. We are very low in cards in hand. 2 Huckmons. And we are going to go into a Bow Huck. Wow, what a grindy game from both of these two. Done a fantastic job kind of answering each other's board. Obviously, it's a little bit easier for Royal Knights to answer back Jesmon than Jesmon is to Royal Knights. I think they really just have to kind of blow them up in order to make it happen. I'm going to go into the 1-of. Which plays back the CL. I mean, GX... Wait, can this one... I've already forgotten. Can this one even attack? I don't think... I mean, either way, I don't even think he can get to GX at this point. Because it's just going to be the Evo up to the 6, and the 6 is going to play... Unless it plays out a second one from trash. Yeah, it's going to play it out. So we're going to go into Ganku. And then we're going to have... So we are going to have Decoy. He's a natural blocker. I mean, you kind of have to take it. You do have Decoy, but I guess you run the risk of just being swung over straight away. He's going to block the Omeka, which loads up Leopardmon. Purge, but you can't crack it this turn. Okay, we just play Omnimon, and there it is. So we are going to take it 2-0. Royal Knights managing to outbox Jesmon. Very, very cool match from the both of them. Looking forward to seeing what these two do at the regionals and the 3v3. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one for more.